Today, we have the ASUS TUF Gaming F15 and the MSI GF63 tin in the studio. They are really popular mid-range gaming laptops in the Malaysian market and fitted with the RTX 4050 laptop GPU. But despite that, they have a big difference in price. The TUF Gaming F15 retails for 5,299 ringgit or $1,130 and the MSI GF63 tin is significantly cheaper at just 4,099 ringgit or $875, which, to be fair, the former has a more powerful Core i7 processor that requires the extra premium. But meanwhile, you might also think that since they have the same GPU, you shouldn't be losing up too much frames in games, right? Well, buckle up because we are about to compare these two laptops in today's video and find out if it is worth paying more for the ASUS TUF Gaming F15. Now, in terms of design, I really love how much ASUS has improved the TUF gaming laptops over the years, and the TUF Gaming F15 will most certainly appeal better to most people with its more dynamic looking chassis, slimmer screen bezels, and less plasticky build. And just like its name, it looks real tough and has passed stringent military-grade durability tests. While the MSI GF63 definitely deserves its tin moniker as it is lighter and thinner than the TUF Gaming F15, it has a boring all-black plastic chassis and man, the screen bezels look like as if it is recycled from a 5-year-old gaming laptop, which people might think you got it from a second-hand computer shop. Both laptops feature 15.6-inch 1080p displays that refresh at 144Hz, which are reasonably fast displays for high FPS gaming. But the TUF Gaming F15 uses a 100% sRGB panel which produces much better colors and has NVIDIA G-Sync support, whereas the MSI GF63 uses an underwhelming 45% NTSC display which results in inaccurate and muted colors. Frankly, it looks worse than the company's similar priced mainstream laptops, which to me it is quite a deal breaker because this isn't some 1,000 ringgit budget mainstream laptop and certainly deserves a much better looking panel for the money you're paying. In terms of I/O, the TUF Gaming F15 offers way better and modern port selection than the MSI GF63. It has HDMI 2.1 versus HDMI 1.4 on the latter, 2 USB-C with one supporting Thunderbolt 4 and the other supporting 100W USB PD charging and DisplayPort, essentially letting you connect faster storage devices and higher resolution external displays. And the convenience of USB PD charging can be a lifesaver if you don't have the laptop's power brick with you. When it comes to the keyboard area, I love that the MSI GF63 tin has larger keycaps as it doesn't have a numpad area on the TUF Gaming F15. But I don't like that MSI intentionally leaves some of the function buttons empty and have essential controls such as screen brightness control being mapped to the pitch up and down keys. You are also stuck with a single all-zone red backlighting which can look boring after a while. Let alone its small trackpad that has a really cheap button mechanism that feels like it is taken from a cheap Chinese laptop. The TUF Gaming F15's keyboard has all-zone RGB lighting and dedicated volume controls on the top. The WASD keys are purposely made translucent and I think it looks really cool. Now, let's talk about gaming performance, and this is where things start to get really interesting. But before that, I have to give credit to MSI for equipping the GF63 with 16GB of dual-channel RAM out of the box, because no gaming laptops in 2023 deserves to be fitted with a single 8GB stick, which unfortunately for the TUF Gaming F15, you have to spend a little cash to upgrade, but thankfully isn't too troublesome. Looking at these synthetic gaming benchmarks we perform, the TUF Gaming F15 is clearly ahead of the MSI GF63 in average FPS scores despite only running on single-channel 8GB RAM. This isn't merely attributed to the more powerful CPU, but the RTX 4050 laptop GPU on the TUF Gaming F15 also performs at a much higher 140W TGP as compared to the MSI GF63's puny 45W TGP. Not to mention, it also supports NVIDIA Optimus and Mux Switch that's not available on the MSI GF63, allowing the RTX 4050 laptop GPU to bypass the integrated GPU to deliver its full graphics power to the display with reduced latency. In addition, the TUF Gaming F15 has dual cooling fans to ensure proper cooling and sustained performance. The MSI GF63 tin only has one single fan cooling the CPU and GPU, which is the reason why you aren't getting more graphics power on the latter, not unless you want to deal with thermal throttling. To make things even better, I upgraded the TUF Gaming F15 to 16 gigs of dual channel RAM, and it blows the MSI GF63 out of the water with even better average FPS. Speaking of upgradability, the TUF Gaming F15 doesn't have a warranty void sticker like the MSI GF63 that prevents you from upgrading the RAM and storage. At this point, you can already see that the ASUS TUF Gaming F15 offers way better performance and hardware features than the MSI GF63 tin, despite the price difference. And, in my opinion, it is worth paying the extra premium for the TUF Gaming F15 if you can afford to do so and future-proof your purchase. But of course, not everyone has that extra cash to top up for the TUF Gaming F15, which is why you might want to consider the TUF Gaming A15, which comes with an AMD Ryzen 7 7735H processor with the same 140W RTX 4050 laptop GPU, and it costs 600 ringgit lesser than the TUF Gaming F15. So there you have it. The winner of this comparison is clear, and I definitely recommend the ASUS TUF Gaming F15 over the MSI GF63 tin after using them side by side for 2 weeks. Alright, so that's all for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos coming right up, and I'll see you in the next one.